Oh, hello, didn't see you there. Well, welcome to the Man Cave. But more to the point, welcome to episode 3 of my Spanish Odyssey. This time I've moved further east over to a little village called Luesia, towards the Pyrenees. Main reason for going across there, because I wanted to take a run up and have a look at Canfranc railway station. Canfranc is in the Pyrenees near to the French border, and it's really, really interesting historically speaking. But as well as that, on the way back I came across some fantastic roads and some really frightening wildlife, to be honest. So see what you think anyway. Cheers anyway. Right, good morning folks. Time for a little trip out from this delightful village to the village of Canfranc. Canfranc is really close to the French border, up in the foothills of the Pyrenees, and there's a reason for going there. And it's historical reasons really, but I'll tell you more about it when we get there. About an hour and a half away. Lovely sunny day, just starting to warm up nicely. Lovely roads, improving all the time. As we get further into the hills, the roads get more interesting, more enjoyable. All the time there's tantalising glimpses of the mountains up in front of us. Those will be the foothills of the Pyrenees. So the French border isn't so far away really. We're not going over the border today, not intentionally anyway. Great corners. The route I've taken isn't the fastest to get from the hotel to Canfranc, but it's certainly the most interesting. We're in no hurry, so I had enough straight line stuff yesterday. Okay folks, I'm going to switch off. Switch the camera off, that is, not switch myself off for a short while. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Well, I'll switch back on again. Because up to the right of us there's some spectacular rock formations. I'm hoping I get a view of them. Again, these action cameras tend to flatten everything out and never looks quite as good on film as it does in reality, but we're going to at least have a go. It's a nice set of crabs up there, big ones. The rocky pinnacles just in front of us at the minute, but behind the trees. Now I've got the camera switched on, the blasted things are hiding from us. Let's see what's around the corner. I think a view is opening up. Wow. Oh yes. Just look at this vista in front of us. It really is something else. Villa del Gallego. That's the name of the village. Try and get a photograph. I'll switch back on again because out in front of us are the Pyrenees proper. We're still a few miles short of Canfranc. 19 miles short of Canfranc to be precise. But there's a word that tends to get used for these roads across here in the hills: sublime. Absolutely sublime. Bend after bend after bend, full of interest. But look at the view. I hope you can see it. I don't honestly know which part of the Pyrenees we're looking at. I haven't actually climbed in the Pyrenees, so I've not spent any time, well, not much time anyway. Spent a bit of time on the French side of the Pyrenees in a camper van. So it's a bit of an unknown entity to me. Wow. The view just keeps opening up all the time. Well, the village of Canfranc itself is a couple of miles behind us, but this is the village that's built up around Canfranc station, or Canfranc Estazione as it's known locally. So just in front of us, not too far away, should be the building of the station. Now, the great interest with the Canfranc station is that it's a bit of a white elephant, because the railway line connects, or supposedly connects, France with Spain. But the reason it never really succeeded that way was because the gauge of the railway lines in France are different to those of the railway lines in Spain, so the trains couldn't come straight over and carry on through in either direction. But the real interest of the place is because allegedly, I've read a lot about it and I've seen documentaries about it. There's the station building on the right. Now this is where during the Second World War, we'll park here. Now where was I? Oh yeah, during the Second World War, I mean, we know that Franco was a supporter of Adolf and the Nazi Party, and of course we know that the Nazis plundered all sorts of different places and took works of art, artifacts, gold, everything they possibly could, and for safekeeping they sent a lot of it across the border from France into Spain so that Franco could look after it for him. They did look after it, and allegedly there's still quite a lot of the stuff here. There's one or two whistleblowers here in Spain that know about things, that know about stuff that really shouldn't be here, and a lot of stuff's been handed back, but there's still an awful lot of works of art and artifacts still outstanding.
And these guys that are blowing the whistle, they're really taking a bit of a risk, because there are still Franco supporters here in Spain, and they're not too happy about having to hand stuff back. But either way, you can see what this is like. I mean, this is a fantastic station building that's in front of us. I wanted to see it as it is, because plans have been passed for it to be converted into a massive hotel, very high class hotel. The skiing trade and all that sort of thing. I mean, you can see all around us the mountainous situation we're in. We're in the almost on the ridge of the Pyrenean chain itself. It's just I've looked forward to getting here for quite some time, and it quite takes my breath away, to be honest. It's a bit special.
So it's in a little bit of a mess, in that it's a building site now for the hotel that's going to be, that the station is going to become. But I'm glad I've made it, because I've read so much about it. I just had to see it for myself, as you can imagine. But either way, we're here now. That's what matters. You can see just how grand a station this was, for it not actually to fulfil its true potential.
Yes, on the way back now, but I think I missed a bit of a trick back at the station with regard to my commentary. Like I said earlier, we use the word sublime to describe the roads through these mountains. But when you look at the size of the railway station at Canfranc, the word that comes to mind, considering the fact that there was very little there when the station was built, ridiculous. So I think we can safely say that today we've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. Just a thought. Anyway, I'll switch off for now because it's a little bit boring on this main road. I'll switch back on when we come to the some more twisties and bendings. I don't know if you can see these. They're bloody massive, and there's loads of them. I think they're griffon vultures, but they're all over the place. They're absolutely massive. What a phenomenal sight. And there's things. There's a newly harvested field in front, the other side of the bush, and there's, to begin with, I saw things like standing stones. It isn't. It's these bloody birds. They come in to yeah. Christ almighty. Griffon vultures, they're coming to get me. The buggers are coming to get me. Bloody hell. And that's putting it plainly. What a fantastic sight. Oh, gotta go. Well, this is a bonus. This is the A2603 And on the face of it, I've got 8 miles of this. Wasn't expecting this at all. But it's this sort of road that I've come away for this week. As well as the bendy twisties, of course. What a fantastic day this is turning out to be. What with the historical interest and the roads, of course, and now 8 miles of unexpected off-road. Well, it's not off-road because it's got a classified number, but you know what I mean. I think we're switched on again. Just coming towards, well, another 2 miles left on this road, if we can call it that. Going back down out of the forestry anyway. We've been descending for the last couple of miles. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Just do a quick circuit here, just... What a beautiful little place. Loncas. Tremendous. I hope it lives up to its reputation. Just envisage myself sat in the square with a coffee and a pastry of some sort. Certainly looks my sort of place. Find somewhere to park. Well, I nearly said this is a road that just never stops giving, but it isn't a road, it's a whole area. Making my way back from Sos del Rey Católica back to the hotel now. It's only about 18 miles, but it's another little used road. In places there's no tarmac to speak of. Oh, look at this view. I don't know if you can see it the same as I can see it, but it just takes my words away, to be honest. Let's go and do a bit more. Sublime. Whoever designs straight roads obviously never rides a motorbike. because this is what it's all about. It really is. One bend flowing smoothly into another. If nothing else, it wears the tyres evenly instead of just the middle of it. Just look at that. Oh. Photo. See you in a bit.